Rangers. Kenny Rogers didn't work out in the Bronx, did all right in Queens, and here Rogers, sweet play, gets Chuck Knobloch with room to spare. Rogers would go the distance. Rogers versus El Duque. Ruben Mateo with the pop-up here, and Jorge Posada, nice grab over the dugout. Bottom of the sixth, 1-1 game. Bases are loaded for Jorge Posada. He rips this in. Death Valley days. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. 3 runs will score. Paul O'Neill, Bernie Williams, and Roberto Kelly coming in. 3-run triple for the catcher. And the Yankees win. El Duque dominance. The Cuban now with 3 starts and an ERA of 1.13. Rough night for ex-Yankees. Chad Curtis 0 for 4, left 5 on base. And Kenny Rogers back in the Bronx does go all the way. Gives up on the O's. They finish up at Fenway and pick this up. Red Sox in the bottom of the 6th, trailing 2-1. Not anymore. Brian Dahlbach rips that on Brad Radke. Dahlbach 2 for 3, 3 RBI. That's a home run. We're tied up 2-2. 7th inning, still 2-2. Jason Maxwell with the comebacker. Pete Shorrock takes that second base. No! Shorrock went 6 2/3, gave up 3 runs, led to a sacrifice fly, so the Twins lead 3-2. Bases loaded, nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. Fly ball there. Nomar Garciaparra coming to the plate. We got a play to the plate. Denny Hockin the throw. They got him. Still 3-3. Bottom of the 8th. It's 3-3 still. Jason Varitek walked by Eddie Gordado. There's nowhere to put him. He walked him on the 3-2. Wilton Veras was next, and that forces in what would turn out to be the game-winning run. 4-3 the final, said Gordado. No excuses for me. Tim Wakefield gets the win. He worked the 8th. Was
the hands of the White Sox, top of 12, 5-5. Magli Ordonez puts his bat on the ball. Kevin Stalker to Tony Graffanino. Newbie dropped it, but still, Chris Singleton called out at second. Jerry Manuel arguing with Bill Miller, the ump. It's coincidence, not irony. Manuel is asked to leave. 12th inning. First and second, the runners are 2 out. Greg Vaughn. That is a walk-off single. They have those. Kevin Stalker scores the winning run. Devil Rays win in 12, 6-5. Devil Rays had dumped 5 in a row at home, but the combined score of 57-20. They got their first home win with some good pitching. The Pens shut out Chicago on 3 hits over the
former teammate Greg Maddux. Top of the 6th, 2 outs. Runner on second. Kevin Tapani, Eddie Perez. Advantage. Perez rips it over the head of Henry Rodriguez. Off the wall. Trinidad Hubbard will score. Perez with an RBI single. 2-1 Bravos. Tied at 2 now in a scary moment. Andres Galarraga. Oh, boy. Kevin Tapani tight and inside. Thankfully, it hit him in the helmet. Take another look. Galarraga's been hitting a lot of home runs. He would leave the game. That's the 4th time he's been hit this year. Bottom 8, 2 outs. Game tied at 2. Sammy Sosa came to the plate hitting just 175. And Sosa, warning track power, beats the throw into second for a double. So we're still in the bottom of the 8th. Runners on first and second now for pinch hitter Glenn Allen Hill. And Mike Remlinger not impressed. The Cubs strand 2. Bottom of the 9th, 2 outs, still 2-2. Jose Nieves pinch hitting with Shane Andrews on second, and Jose rips it to right. That gets in. Andrews is coming home. Here comes the throw from Reggie Sanders, and come home, Shane. Cubs win 3-2. Chicago completes the 3-game sweep of Atlanta.
Tight game here. It's a 1-0 game in the bottom of the 5th. Rick Reed facing Mickey Morandini. Derek Bell's out there waiting. Morandini, a little blooper to right field. Bell on the run. Nice grab. A tight ball game. Mets still up 1-0, bottom of the 7th. Rick Reed on the hill facing Mike Lieberthal. Lieberthal getting a good piece of this. Rips it high, deep. Lieberthal 1 for 3 in the game, and it's a big one. Puts it out. 2nd home run of the year, and we're 1-1 game. Top of the 9th, Jay Payton is 3 for 5. He's on first base with 2 outs. Mike Piazza into the gap. Payton wheeling around. Payton, we got a play to the plate. Payton coming in. Hey, safe. Mets up 2-1. So it's a 2-1 game, but the Phillies have a threat. Man on second. He struck him out. Armando Benitez gets Kevin Jordan. And the Mets avoid the sweep. Rick Reed, a solid 7, gives up 1 run, gets the win. Randy Wolf, hard luck guy. He also goes 7 innings, gives up 1 run. Second by August, but in this one it's good. Bottom of the 2nd, 2-0 Brewers. Jason Beret trying to add to the lead. Pitcher with the shot. Luis Lopez coming around. He's going to score. Gets in there. Brewers up 3-0. Beret on the other side, hustling. And on the hill, Cliff Floyd. Good action on that. Got the strikeout again in the 4th. Derek Lee struck about 9 strikeouts from Beret. Only 3 walks, and then Brant Brown, he got him again. And Beret with the gem. 7 shutout innings, strikes out 9, just allows 3 hits. He's won 9 straight decisions.
hitting against Baltimore. Let's check out the highlights. Bottom of the first, Mike Sweeney facing Mike Mussina, and Sweeney going deep. 6th homer of the year. That leads everyone. 3-0 KC. Top of the 8th now. Royals lead at 5-0. Jeff Supan to Mike Bordick. And Mike Bordick to the left center field fence. A 2-run homer. Bordick 3 for 4. Orioles down 5-2. Same inning, 2 on for B.J. Surhoff. Strikes out looking. Brady Anderson trying to steal third, and the throw gets away. Delino DeShields heads to third. Anderson scores. Orioles still trail 5-3, though. Same inning, still 5-4 now. And Cal Ripken Jr. gets caught. Jr. 0 for 4, still 4 hits shy of 3,000. Top of the 9th, still 5-4. Runner on second. It is Bordick. Into left field, brings home Jeff Conine to tie it at 5. Bordick 3 hits, drove in 3. Bottom 9 now, 2 on. B.J. Ryan on the hill for the Orioles. Carlos Beltran, the single to left. B.J. Surhoff coming up throwing, but Ray Sanchez is in there. And the Royals, the Cardiac Kids, they do it again without a homer this time, but still, they win in their last at-bat. 6-5 KC is the final. The Royals completing their first sweep of the Birds since August of '88. KC now 5 games over 500 for the first time since September of '95.
And Tigers we go. Sparse crowd there at Comerica, worn out from that Thomas Hearns finale fight last week. At top of the 6th, Mariners bases loaded, nobody out. Hideo Nomo gets John Olerud flying to left field. Bobby Higginson out there making the grab, shallow enough. We got a play to the plate. Higginson the throw, they got him. Room to spare. Mark McLemore couldn't take out his man, so no score there in the 6th inning. Men on second and third. Edgar Martinez with the grounder. Look at the range. Greg Jeffries. Only his 3rd game at second base since 1995. Damian Easley hurt, so he's out, but Jeffries gets it done. Meantime, Juan Gonzalez into the gap with a man on. Juan Gon's first game at Comerica, driving in a run. Juan Gonzalez gets it done. And Hideo Nomo, very sharp so far this year. In 3 starts, he's 1-0. His ERA 1.35. Considering the way the ball is flying, even more exceptional.
Second inning. Make it first inning. I was ahead of myself. Jim Edmonds is the batter. All of this land is mine for as far as the ball shall travel. One of 3 first-inning dongs. With Scott Carl out, Edmond has 5 this season. Now we're in the 2nd. Mike Lansing taking Darryl Kyle's pitch. Not real far, but it worked. Right over the shortstop. Both runners come to score. Rockies take a 4-3 lead. Still going. Bottom of 2nd. 1 out. Colorado's up 5-3. 1st and 2nd out. Todd Helton against Kyle. Big play to meet. Helton extends his hitting streak to 10 games. Rocks go up 8-3. Next batter, Darren Bragg. Ibid. Kyle serving up again. 9-3. The Rockies in front. Darryl Kyle not going well at Coors. His line, 1 2/3 innings pitched, 8 hits, 11 runs, 8 of them earned. Trouble. They pick things up in the 6th here, bottom of 6th. In fact, 2 out runners at 1st and 2nd. Rich Arraez are batter. Terry Adams throwing. He rips it up the middle. J.T. Snow will come and score. Giants go out 4-3. Top of 7, 4-4 game. Todd Hundley at the bat. Bases loaded up for him. Hundley, little lazy fly. Ellis Burks and Marvin Bernard obviously did not rent the Tom Mansky defensive drills video. It's endorsed by Fred McGriff. People score. Dodgers go up 5-4 and win it 6-5. So Terry Adams came on, pitched an inning and 2/3 of 1-hit relief to get the win. The Dodgers had won 3 straight, including the first 2 at Pac Bell before they stayed and played the 3rd game ever at Pac Bell. And here it is. First inning. Dodgers up 1-0. Nobody out. Bases loaded. Adrian Beltre. Chula! Into left. Not a true Chula. 2-run score. Dodgers go up 3-0. Gardner left. Strained quad and a disfigured ERA. 6-0 in the bottom of the 1st. Barry Bonds. Give me the Glenn Gary pitches. Deep. And maybe out. Conks off the pole. 6-2. Bonds 4th year. Now watch. Perez hoping it's foul. Bonds wills it fair. That's what he did. And it is, because it hit the pole. Move on. 2nd inning. Still 6-2. 2 out for Sean Green. Mazel tov. You're a member of the home run community. Green's first homer as a Dodger. His club has a 7-2 lead. Some defense here in the 2nd. Playing this game early. A lot of action early in this one. J.T. Snow. Carlos Perez reached out and grabbed it. And the Dodgers sweep this thing. The first 3 games ever at Pac Bell. It is a pretty place. Dodgers have won 4 in a row total. Sean Green, 3 for 5. The homer, 3 runs. Not tired, but fatigued. They were dressed to honor all the military men down in San Diego. Fourth inning, Steve Finley at the plate. Brushed back by Sterling Hitchcock. Thinks he got hit. He wants to talk to the umpire about it. My watch costs more than your car. Next pitch. It was okay that it was ruled he wasn't hit because he takes Hitchcock's fastball deep and out. Diamondbacks up 2-0. Bottom of the sixth, Phil Nevins, your batter for the Padres against Brian Anderson. And even with derogatory credit, you can own a brand new car. Second of the game, Padres now down 5-3. Bottom of nine, Padres down 5-4. Mike Morgan throwing for Arizona against Wiki Gonzalez to center field to end the game. Diamondbacks win it by a count of 5-4. The ex-Padre Steve Finley cranked out a pair of homers. That and 4 San Diego errors made Sterling Hitchcock the loser.